Hi, church. I just wanted to give you a few tips and just a bit of encouragement around the whole concept of evangelism, especially when it comes to a big event like Fun in the Sun. First and foremost, I want you to understand that when I talk about evangelism, what I mean is stepping out of fear and being obedient to the Lord. Talking to someone when you feel a pull or you feel the Lord kind of pressing on your heart to go talk to someone. And to me, that looks like just starting a conversation, asking them how they're doing, how they got there, why they came, asking about their kids or how they're going to go to school in the fall. Just starting a conversation and being a good listener. Listening to them, to understand them and to hear their heart, not just to get to the next question or to tell your own story, just listening in a way that they can feel the love of Jesus and feel that they are valued and wanted there. I'm not so much talking about salvation even or gospel message, because I think it's a really small percentage of the time when it comes to evangelism that you actually get to that point of a gospel message and a salvation prayer. Most of the time, evangelism looks like a good conversation that ends with maybe praying for them, praying over them, or just blessing them, or just simply encouraging them in the Lord. I think that's the most common route that a conversation takes when I'm evangelizing. So I hope that takes a little bit of pressure off, that majority of the time evangelism is not maybe what you have pictured in your mind. So the first biggest possible thing I can impress on you is that it is important to prepare your heart for big events, but even this applies to daily life as well. Preparing your heart for me looks like praying a prayer, asking the Lord to first open my heart, and second, open my spiritual ears and my spiritual eyes. That might sound funny, but I'm sure many of you can kind of understand that when I'm asking the Lord to open my heart, it's to be open and willing for any and every opportunity He wants to bring my way. And it's to be filled with understanding, compassion, empathy, and love. Because that's what I want to be conveying to any person that I have a conversation with. I want to represent Jesus well. I'm asking Him to open my spiritual eyes because I want to see the individual, the specific person that He wants me to talk to. Sometimes I'll say, like, the Lord highlighted a person to me, and that's just me kind of being in alignment with the Lord and who He wants me to talk to. There's going to be someone that He wants you to talk to for a specific person. He's choosing you specifically to talk to them specifically. And a lot of times it has to do with a part of your testimony would really be an encouragement to them, or there's some message that coming from you would be super healing for them to hear. Then I ask the Lord to open my spiritual ears, and that is so that I can hear what the Lord wants me to tell them. That way, when I'm speaking to them, I'm not just giving them an empty compliment, but I'm giving them a deep, identity-affirming encouragement from the Lord. And I think you all probably know the difference when you've been given just an empty compliment from someone and when you've been given a super deep encouragement that touches your soul. You know when it's from the Lord, when they've prayed about it, or when you know they've been praying for you and not just saying it. So I think it's really important to prepare ahead of time. So before Fun in the Sun, the night before, the morning of, I'm going to be praying, asking the Lord to show me. So that can look like a name. He might give me a name of a person. He might give me a type of person, like, a teenage girl or a single mom, Or he might give me a picture of someone in a blue shirt. I just try to be open to, when I'm praying, anything that pops into my head, I write it down so I have record of it. And I remember that when I go to Fun in the Sun and I'm looking for those things, I'm listening for, that name that the Lord told me. I'm looking for someone in a blue shirt, and I'm already prepped and primed for my one person that I am meant to talk to. Rather than being overwhelmed by the crowd, I have a goal in mind. And for each of you, that'll look totally different. But that really helps me to lessen my fears, be less overwhelmed by the sheer number of people. And also, when God pulls through and you do meet that person in a blue shirt and you have this incredible conversation and they really open up and you get connected somehow, it's confirmation that that was the Lord again. And it's encouraging to you, and of course it's going to be encouraging for them. So preparing your heart in that way is just super helpful, calms your fears, and allows the Lord to prove himself essentially and show you that he speaks and you hear him. I also think it's important to, in the moment, be doing these things and asking questions as well. You want to be listening well, listening to understand, listening so that they feel loved, but at the same time be asking the Lord questions. Why am I talking to this person? What is the message you have for me? They might share something in their life story as you're talking in line for food that you can connect to. Maybe a part of your testimony that you can share and say how the Lord helped you through it, or how the Lord changed you, and it'll be an encouragement to them. So you just want to have open eyes, open ears, and an open heart before and in the moment during that conversation. And then in the end, it's always great if you can end with prayer. Just ask them if you can pray for them, and if you feel comfortable, put a hand on their shoulder and pray for them in the moment. If you don't feel comfortable, just promise them and actually follow up on it by praying for them at another time. And then, send people who are interested and seem open, send them to the Connections tent where they can get more prayer and go deeper and get connected to one of the churches or a small group, that sort of thing. I hope that's encouraging to you. I hope, today you can see that evangelism doesn't have to be a big, scary word. It's really actually pretty simple, and anyone can do it. And as long as you prepare your heart and you're in communication with the Lord, he's going to pull through. His grace is sufficient. I love you all, and I hope that we can have some great testimonies after Fun in the Sun. Thanks.